All right, so welcome back here. And in the last video, we added the ability to like a tweet. And now we are going to be adding the ability to unlike the tweet in the same manner. So let's get right into it. All right, so come over to your mutation.ts in the backend in your server folder. And then this is where we're gonna do our delete the tweet like. So come down here and copy this over and just copy it down, and then we'll just work off of this here. So come into this field here. We're gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna go delete like. Okay, and it's gonna be the same type here, so that's gonna be like tweet also. We are gonna have an int here, so that's good. But we're gonna add one thing here, which is nullable, and that is gonna be false. So that basically means that it is required. So that is good. Make sure that is like this, and that is in an object there. Okay, good. And then we're gonna come down here. We're gonna make sure we're authenticated, so that can stay the same. We're gonna go ctx.prisma.like tweet. That's good. And then we're gonna go delete instead of create, because we want to delete. And then we can get rid of this. So get rid of this here. And we can actually get rid of this data too. So get rid of this. And then we're going to go where. And then it's going to be the ID is the ID. All right, so we're going to delete the like tweet using this. And then we're going to find which tweet to delete rather using the where keyword here. And then we're going to find it by the ID, and it's by the ID of the like tweet, and then we're passing in the ID of which like tweet we want to delete. So hopefully that makes sense. So go ahead and save that. You probably need to restart your server as well, so we'll go ahead and do that. Come over to our server here, and it's made some changes, so it needs to restart, so we'll do that. Okay, so that looks good. Close that up, and now let's move on to our front end. Okay, so in here, we want to come into our components here and add a new file, and we are going to call that delete like.tsx. And then it's going to be fairly similar to our like tweet here. So we can copy this over, and we're just going to paste that in here, get rid of that. And then we can just go through and start changing things over a little bit. All right, so let's come in here and start changing these over. So right now, this is a like tweet mutation, but we want to get rid of that, and we will call it delete underscore like underscore mutation. Okay, and then this is going to be delete like, which is what we called it in our mutation. The ID, this can stay the same. We're going to say this is required. So we want to do that, and then this is going to be delete like again, and these can stay the same. So that's good. The interface, this can stay the same. We want to say delete like here, delete like that, and then we want to bring this here, copy that over and paste that here, delete like mutation, and then we have a refetch queries, which we want to keep, but we want to add one more thing to refetch here. So give a comma here, and we'll add another one, which is query, and that is going to be me query. And we have a couple places we can bring this in, but the me query that we want is from the profile, I believe. So go like that. Okay, then we want to come down here, and we have handle create like, and we want to say handle delete like, just like that. And then again here, delete like, a little repetitive, but this is what we are doing. And then our variables here, this is good. And then we're going to come down here and say handle delete like. Oh, we missed one up here, so make sure we get that. That's delete like that, and that'll get rid of that error. So that's looking pretty good, I think. This is FAS, because it is going to be the solid thumbs up. So that'll delineate if we have already liked it or not. So that's good. And I think that's about it for that. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. So now we want to come over to our all tweets here, and we want to add this in. So come down a bit. And right now, this is how we're doing it, is like this. So what we want to do is get rid of this span here. Okay, so you can get rid of that. And in here, we're going to add our delete like. Bring it in. Okay. And it says here, if we hover over it here, the ID is missing in the type. So we're passing in the props here of an ID. So we want to pass in which ID it is. And we haven't done that yet, but we will add that in a second. Okay, so let's pass in this ID. Now this might get a little bit complex here, so hopefully I can explain it. So we want to get the actual ID of the liked tweet. So it's going to be a little complex to get that because it's not the same as this tweet ID. That's the ID of the actual tweet, but we need the ID of which liked tweet to delete, which is a separate field. So what we're going to do is go like this. We're going to go ID, and that's equal to, and we're going to go me data dot me dot liked tweets, and then we're going to say dot filter, and we're going to filter through these, and we're going to go like here, and we're just going to put any for now just to see if this works, and we'll come back and do that in a sec. And then we'll go like this, an arrow function, give ourselves a little room here, and we're going to go like dot tweet dot ID is equal to tweet dot ID, and then close this off here, and we're going to go get the first tweet, which is the 0th index, and say the ID of that. Okay, so let's go through this real quick. So we're going to go me.data.liketweet.filter. So we're filtering through all our liked tweets, and we're saying if the liketweet.id is equal to the tweet.id, the first index of it, and that ID. So if those are equal, we're going to keep it. And there should just be one of these, because otherwise it's going to be showing the like tweet and not the delete tweet. Oh, and we can actually just change this over here. So get rid of that, and we can say liked tweets. Like that. Okay, so that's good. Go ahead and save that. And now we want to, actually, let's check that out. Okay, so if we come over here, we see our different tweets, couple users here, and these are the ones we've already liked, and this one has been liked from someone else, I guess. So let's come over here and see if this works by clicking on this, and it goes back to 0, so that works perfect. We click on it again, it goes back to 1. Now you see this isn't refreshing, so this should, when we click this, become the other one. So let's, I think if we refresh this actually ourselves, yeah, you see it becomes dark there. So we want to add that to our refetch queries. So come over here, and that's going to be in our like tweet, component here. And if we look here, we have our tweets query, and the other one, I don't know if you remember, in the delete tweet, we added another one. So we're going to do the same thing here, and we're just going to say query, and we just want to add me_query. Again, we're going to bring that in from profile here, and then save that. Okay, so now let's come back over here. Maybe we need to refresh this real quick. All right, looking good. So now it's not liked. We're gonna like it. We can unlike it. Good. Those all work good. This one we can like as well. Okay, so that is working very nicely. All right, so that's all we're gonna do for this video. In the next one, we might start building out this right side, which is gonna be like maybe our most popular tweets. So we'll do that by likes. And then we need to start moving on to like comments and stuff. Okay, so stay tuned for those, and I'll see you in the next one.